Hello everyone, welcome to Cloud Computing course. So this is the first lecture and in this lecture we are going to discuss about what is cloud computing. So as name suggests cloud computing here, okay. So we are using computing services over the cloud. This is what we can say. Cloud means internet, okay. So let's say for example this is basically my home, okay. So this is basically my home and I require electricity for multiple purposes, right? So let's say for example that electricity comes from where? That electricity comes from a solar panel. So here I have a solar panel installed at my home like this, and electricity is coming from this particular solar panel here. Now let's say for example as of now it's a 3 kilowatt solar panel, okay. But let's say for example tomorrow my requirement is more. This 3 kilowatt solar panel is not satisfying my requirement here. So what I need to do? I need to add more solar panels here to make it a 5 kilowatt here, right? So you can see the infrastructure cost. This is basically my infrastructure cost, okay? Infra cost I can say, right? So my cost will get increased whenever my requirement is more. Also, let's say for example tomorrow I just need a 1 kilowatt thing here, okay? By using 1 kilowatt my requirement is getting satisfied. So you can see, but I have the infrastructure for 3 kilowatt. So again it's the wastage of a cost we can say. So my infra cost is associated with the solar panel here. Also maintenance is required here for solar panels. Also security. Let's say for example any earthquake is coming or I live near the ocean, there is a possibility of tsunami here, right? In that case I require security as well, and plus other operational cost we can say, okay. So you can see if I use my own solar panel for electricity purpose here, I need to use infra cost, maintenance cost, security, operational issues are there, right? Also based on my requirement I cannot increase or decrease the infrastructure here. It's again a cost sensitive. So it is not an efficient way of using this particular electricity. Now let's say for example what I am doing. This is basically my home, okay. But now instead of having the solar panel or entire infrastructure, I am using electricity of some other company. Let's say for example Adani Power, okay. Adani Power. So this video is not sponsored by Adani Power, so I am just using as an example. So let's say for example I am using the electricity of Adani company here, Adani Power here, okay. Now Adani Power manages everything here. They have an entire power plant, right? So infra cost, maintenance cost, security, operational, everything they will manage. I am just going to pay them for the electricity what I will consume, right? So pay per use here. What we do now, whatever the unit we have consumed, accordingly we pay the fees to companies here, right? I am paying them for my use here, that's it. So in this case I don't need to bear the infrastructure cost, maintenance cost, security or operational things. All these things are managed by the Adani Power here, okay. Now what is this? Now this is what the cloud computing is. Assume that instead of this particular setup you have a laptop or a computer system, okay. You have a laptop or computer system. You require to do some operations. Let's say for example right now you have 8 GB of RAM, but tomorrow you need to run some software which requires 64 GB of RAM, okay. So are you going to invest in 64 GB RAM laptop for 1 month? Let's say for example after 1 month again you need to use 8 GB RAM system here? No, right? So what we are going to do? All this computing all these computing services we are going to take on the rent from the cloud providers, okay. Cloud providers, we have many cloud providers. Famous are AWS, Google cloud providers, then we have Azure as well of Microsoft, right? So you can see this particular example here. If I use my own system here, I need to bear infra cost, maintenance, security, operation here. If I have a huge database of a college or university here, I require servers, I require storage powers. Let's say for example tomorrow 1 lakh students enrolled in my university. So do I have a storage power for that? No, I need to invest in the infrastructure cost, storage cost will get increased, maintenance will get increased. Also, if I have my own storage system at my premises or own server here, in that case maintenance, operation and security cost will be also more, right? So all these things are basically what we need to manage if I have on premises server here. That is what we are calling on premises server. But what if I use all these services from cloud providers? Okay, so as I am using electricity from Adani Power, I just need to pay them as per my use only. I don't need to worry about infra cost, maintenance cost, security and operation. Same thing we are going to do in the cloud computing as well. So I am going to rent all these services, server cost, computing cost, storage thing from all the cloud providers here. So I don't need to manage entire this thing. I hope you understand this particular example of cloud computing. Okay, so what is cloud computing? Let's discuss theoretically also. So you can see here, cloud computing means using computing services like servers, storage, databases, networking, software, analytics, and nowadays we have AI services as well over the internet instead of owning and maintaining the physical computer yourself. So I hope the example what we have discussed is clear to everyone now. Instead of having all these things, now we can use the services like server, storage, database from the third party here. Okay, that is what the cloud computing is. So instead of buying a computer or server, you can rent it online whenever is required. Okay, so this simple concept of cloud computing. I hope this explanation is enough to understand what is cloud computing here. Let's say for example, in our laptop, we are storing the photos. Okay, we are storing the photos in our laptop, right? Or let's say for example, here we have a mobile. Okay, we are capturing the images and getting stored in the mobile. What if that mobile got stolen, or what if that particular mobile got damaged? It is not repairable. In that case, all the images what you have captured and which got saved in your mobile will get lost. So entire data will get lost. So entire data will get lost here, right? What if you store this particular data or images in the Google Photos? I hope everyone is aware about Google Photos. It's a cloud service provided by Google. So this is basically one of the cloud service we use, Google Photos. So all these images are getting stored in the Google Photos. Even though my mobile is not there or get stolen or get damaged, I can still access the Google Photos by using my Gmail login here. So that is what a cloud computing service is. So we are using the storage services of Google here to store our photos. Similarly, we have a Google Drive as well. We are storing our files instead of laptop in the Google Drive so that we can access it from anywhere. So main advantage is that I can access my data from anywhere in the world. Okay, even though I don't have my system with me, I can still access my photos. I can still access my files anywhere in the world using any system here. Okay, so that's the advantage of cloud computing. So all this Google Drive, Google Photos are basically example of cloud computing here. Okay, I hope you understand this particular thing now. Now what's next? Next is basically why cloud computing. So we already discussed that traditional IT setup requires buying expensive servers, installing softwares, maintenance team is required, backup system is required, security setup is required, power and cooling system is also required, because what I said here, so Adani Power or entire thing cloud providers here, so this is nothing but a data centers. Okay, so instead of Adani Power or power plant, these cloud providers have a data centers in which they store the huge servers. So we are renting one of the server here for our purpose here. Okay, that is what happening here. Same example of power transmission here as well. Okay, now you can see about the cloud computing here. So cloud solves this by providing ready-made infrastructure here. So you don't have to worry about all these things. We can easily use the services of cloud providers. Okay, I hope you understand the example of cloud computing. Now, next topic, characteristics of cloud computing. Again important. So in the exam you can expect a question like this. So based on the example I have taken. So cloud computing versus on-premises. Okay. So you can expect a question based on this comparison of cloud computing versus on-premises. So that's why I have taken this particular example. Okay. Now next, what are the key characteristics here? First, on-demand self-service. So whenever I require a compute power or server, I will just go to AWS, or I will go to a Google, a cloud. I will go to EC2 engine. I will go to compute engine in GCP. I will rent some server there, right? According to my requirement. So on-demand self-service, broad network access. I can access all my data, all my services from anywhere here. Resource pooling. I am getting all the required services at one place and I can share with other users as well. So resource pooling, rapid elasticity, very important. As per my requirement, I can scale up or scale down my computing power. Okay. So today I just want 64 GB of RAM here for my a particular task for 3 days, let's say for example. So I can use that. And after 3 days, I can switch back to, I can scale down to 8 GB system here as well. So you can see there is a cost reduction. I can scale up or scale down anytime. That is what rapid elasticity is. Then here we have measured services, pay per use, whatever the data I am going to consume. Let's say for example storage here, okay, or EC2 engine or S3 bucket here from AWS, right? So whatever the computing power I am going to use, whatever the storage power I am going to use, I am going to pay for that only. Okay, so pay per use, as same as our electricity. Whatever the unit we are going to consume, we have to pay for those units only, right? Then it's a cost efficient as well. We don't have to manage the entire infrastructure, no security, no maintenance, right? No maintenance is there of entire physical server. So it's a cost efficient. Security as well. So we don't need to worry about the security of a physical system here because we are just using the services, right? So that system is present at a different part of the country or world, we can say. That is basically a data centers. Okay. So we don't need to worry about the security. So we don't need to worry about the security from user point of view. Okay. So you can see these are the key characteristics of the cloud computing here. I hope you understand all the characteristics what we have discussed here. Okay. So this is regarding the what is cloud computing and characteristics of cloud computing here. Okay. So in the notes you can see I have discussed each of this in detail. You can just go through the notes. That is good enough for this particular topic here. Simple concept. Now what's next? So in the next video we are going to discuss about types of cloud services. Okay. So that's it from my side. Thank you.